Yo, good morning everyone. Sorry for the nasally voice. I got some allergies, but this morning we have a long day for you. We have a 2-hour drive we have to go to right now. But first, I'm gonna check on this machine that I fixed yesterday. It's a little cat mini excavator, and it didn't want to start yesterday. You can only start it with jumper cables, and then once you take the jumper cables off, it would turn off. So I knew there was either a ground somewhere got cut, or a power supply got cut somewhere. Oh,
you saw that?
You good?
Yeah.
The reason I'm back is because these bushings here, it needs spacers, probably new pins, and then new O-rings. This one's missing. Once you lift it up, it just goes the whole time. These are bad too. I'm gonna do all these right here. So I'm just gonna take pictures, get the model and serial number. Also, you guys, let me know in the comments, is this Chinese or is this like a knockoff? Now look over here.
Oh, what the hell?
Everything's in Chinese.
Oh yeah.
But it's a Caterpillar. Yesterday, the power cable from the alternator to the starter, right? You got your positive cable coming from the battery over there, runs over here to your starter. From your starter, it links off and it goes to your alternator. All right, that cable got cut somehow. I don't know how. Bro, it's such a pain in the ass to remove the starter from here. You have to take the seat out. There's a front cover you take out. I mean, it's a little accessible, but you can't fit it from underneath. So it was a pain in the ass to get it out, to get that cable repaired, put it back on, test it out, make sure it's charging. All right, we're here. We're at our destination for today. We got, I think, 5 forklifts to fix today, 4, if we can do it. Right now it's 9 a.m. We just drove 2 hours, and we're probably gonna get out here pretty late. So we're gonna get started. There's one that the wheel fell off, a Hyundai, the wheel fell off. We have one here that's broken down. We're waiting on a pump for, so I'm just gonna take the parts out of that one, use the parts to fix the other one, because they need it, man. They need every single machine here right now, and there's 4 down, so we got brakes, we got a breakdown, we got a hose, I think we have to replace. We got one on the other plant that needs the carriage mast rollers. They came off completely. It's an electric lift. So you'll see a bunch of different things today. Stick around. I'll try to make some jokes in between. And yeah, see you soon. Bye. This one's gonna be pretty quick. It's just to adjust these hoses that came off the pulley right here.
Yeah.
Came off the pulley, so we're just gonna put this here, this here. So there's no tension on the chains. We can take the chains off if we need to. We can release the tension back here. Let's get this done real quick. They want to fix this too. It's just these hoses are too long, so there's really no way to, unless I tie them up back over here,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get in the way of anything. Now, what I like to do is, I'm gonna show you guys a trick. Maybe you guys know it, maybe you don't, I don't know. But it definitely helped me out not when I figured it out, but I realized if you tighten the hose, right? Let's say you put in the hose, you put this end first, and you tighten them, and then you put in the other end, and you tighten them. The hose might be, wrapped, and you don't even know it, like twisted, and you don't even know it. So then when it goes up, it starts twisting and doing this, and then it falls off. So what I do is I undo it, and you just leave it just a hair loose, right? So that the hose is loose.
Yeah.
In this case, it's the ones back here, but I gotta take these out of the way so I can go back here. But just as an example, I leave it somewhat loose, and then go the other side, right? Down there, and loosen it as well. So then once you raise it up, once you raise the cylinder up, the hose itself will adjust, right? Because it's free. Then once it's up and it's tensed, then that's when you tighten it. Or you can just hold it here, right? And tighten it. And sometimes it'll move, so That's just like a little trick. You guys probably already know that, but whenever you're installing hoses, especially long ones, wait until you already have it all the way put through and a little bit of tension on the pulley to tighten it. Because if not, it'll get twisted and then it'll most likely fall off the pulley, and then they're calling you the next day saying, hey, this thing's coming off, or hey, it got caught on the mast and it ruptured the hose and now you got to pay for another hose. It happens. It's happened to me before, so definitely learned the hard way, and I guess just do the job once, not twice. Right. Today we got to be on our A game, okay? We got to go home. It's Mother's Day weekend. Make sure, shout out all the moms out there. If you're watching this after Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day, but spend time with your family. Go tell your wives, mothers, grandmas, you love them. Shout out the moms. Like that. Yeah. I like that. I like that. One down, 4 to go. All right, so this is the wheel that came off on one, just like this one. This is a Hyundai 15L-7M. And so what's happened here, you'll see it in here. Well, I'll open it, but you'll see the nut right at the end. The axle nut. Look inside. Right there. That, you see it moving? Yeah. That axle nut, the threads came off. Or I guess got damaged. So then it just unscrewed itself. And it came off last night at like 10 o'clock at night. I got a call. So I'm just gonna take that one off, swap it out. I'll probably the other side. Or not swap it out, sorry. Get the parts from this one, the nut, the axle nut. And then probably the bearings. I got a new inner bearing, so I'm gonna put that, grease it, and then we'll get them up and running, and then we'll come back, we'll do brakes on a Nissan, and then just move on. These axle nuts have a cotter pin right there. Yeah. Shit. That one probably came off, or it didn't have it, or the company that put the tires on didn't put it on correctly, and it came loose, and it had nowhere to go because it had a cap. And so it just started spinning. The threads got worn out and it just poof, popped out. It's OEM, cuz. Just kidding, it's TVH. Some of them are OEM though. This is the other side. Hopefully these brakes aren't in terrible condition, bro. We can get done with, huh? Maybe. I'm not trying to get out of here late. I'm gonna go home, enjoy time with my kids, enjoy the weekend. I don't even know if it's gonna work or not, or if I even need it, but this is a snap-on impact driver set. So it's got this nut right here. Oh, it's loose. Look at that. What the never mind, I don't even need it. Whatever, it comes with these bits, right? Most of them are flathead or Phillips head. Yeah. And they're different sizes, right? So this is a Phillips 4. And the thing is, I mean, we all know how to use these. I'm just explaining for those who've never used it. It's kind of like an impact gun, except you hit it with a hammer, and it does the same action. So I think you're supposed to turn it to, you switch it between off and on, right? On is to tighten, off is to loosen. Yeah. And then you hit it, and it does the action of an impact gun, but with the hammer. So right now I think it was on tightening. Yeah. So let's say I want to tighten it, and I go all the way loose, see how it turns? And it tightens, so now if I go to loosen it, it's tight, see? So now I'm gonna go off, and see it turns, or loosens, sorry. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you don't want to strip a Phillips head, or let's just say a flathead, it's pretty nice. I just never use it because I'm too lazy to get it out. But it actually comes in handy a lot. Alright, bro, I'm hoping these brakes aren't as bad as I think. So it can be quick and easy down the road I go. Yeah. Oh, thank goodness, bro. I was so scared the drums would be messed up. But it's just the shoes that are worn out. Yeah, this whole side's worn out right here. I'm just gonna replace the shoes. I don't know if I'll do the wheel cylinders. I might as well now that I'm here.
Yeah.
But since this is a rental, I don't know, I might as well just do it right the first time and get it done.
Fact.
We're gonna eat some, the mic's still on? We're gonna eat some subs right now. We gotta get some brake fluid once I finish that brake job. That was pretty quick on the left side. I got the right side to do, just change the shoes, seals, put everything back on. Oil, it's supposed to be just grease. Half of these jobs are always like cleaning. You're spending hours just cleaning. We just got done with the second side. Outer seal, inner seal. Cleaned everything. This side was disgusting. We just gotta put this retaining clip on. And then I just gotta regulate both sides. And put some brake fluid in it, which actually we don't even need brake fluid, bro. We don't even need brake fluid because I didn't replace the wheel cylinders because they weren't bad. So
you gotta open it up and eat it, man. The coconut no fall from the tree, okay? It no fall from the tree.
That's it for today. We got 4 out of the 5, right?
Yeah.
I think so. 4 out of the 5 that I want to get done today. It is what it is. The brakes took a little bit longer than I thought. They needed to be adjusted like 3 or 4 times. And these people, they're very particular about, they're used to wet brakes and how they brake. They brake super well. Drums and shoes, they don't brake like a car brakes, They need to get used to that. Maybe they don't know that. Maybe they do. I don't know. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys stick around. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like this video. If you learned something or you have any suggestions, or hey, you did this wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm always down to learn new things. And we'll see you guys next time.